Hello everybody, welcome to another video. Today we're doing a CJ Stroud career sim. I am using the Carolina Panthers, and this is the current team right now. This is what it'll look like in real life. If I miss anyone, other than maybe Shy Tuttle, I know I don't have Justin McCray, but McCray is like probably 32. Won't play a role on the team with Aquanu and Moden on it as well, so it doesn't make sense. And then I didn't get Shy Tuttle as well. Just wasn't going to go through the extra hassle to go get him after he's already signed. So we've got a few things to look for in this draft. I won't be drafting for them pretty much, but I will draft CJ Stroud #1 overall, and then we'll get further and further into the video, and I'll just go ahead and simulate all their other picks. But at selection #1 of the draft, right here, it'll be CJ Stroud, the Ohio State quarterback. Really good accuracies. Deep accuracy could probably be a little higher. Throw under pressure could probably be a little lower as well. But CJ Stroud, top 5 talent, top 5 projection, 6'3", 215, 21 years of age, Ohio State quarterback. Will be a Carolina Panther headed into next season. Love to see that. We'll go to their next user pick, and I'll just skip right over it. I'll simulate through it like this right here. Skip ahead and then skip to next pick. They get Jack Campbell, the linebacker out of Iowa. I really love that pick. Then we have another second round pick here as well. Late here, Devin Achane just goes right ahead of Siaka Ika, who they drafted. It's a need inside. You're going to need a defensive tackle. If Javon Dexter's on the board here, which I highly doubt he is, I'll go ahead and look who is on the board here. If Keanu Benton's here, I'd probably take him over Siaka Ika, but unfortunately, Siaka Ika is the pick here. And then we'll have another 49ers third round pick this time with Cedric Tillman just off the board, who will step in. It'll be Eric Gray, the Oklahoma running back. Kind of a fan of his. And then we'll have our fourth round pick here as well, where we will get Jaden Reed to help out CJ Stroud. I'm a huge fan of Jaden Reed in this upcoming draft class. Should be incredible. A lot to like there with him. But moving on, Jackson Kirkland just goes right tackle. Then we'll see Caillou Blue-Kelly, the corner from Stanford. And we'll just go to the end of the draft, look at the draft recap and whatnot. And CJ Stroud is the #1 pick here, #1 overall, 77 overall. 77 overall. And then Jack Campbell at 73, Siaka Ika at 70, Eric Gray at 74, Jaden Reed at 73, Blue-Kelly, and they got Antonio Mafi as well. So good players for sure. You surround yourself, your rookie quarterback with a rookie running back and receiver are pretty talented. I don't think other than that, I'm just going to go to preseason week 1, and then it'll give me the option to go to the regular season, which I'll go there. So right here, it says sim to the regular season. I'll get the depth chart, roster, everything in order, and then we'll see at mid-season what we're doing and what we're up to. With the first year of CJ Stroud under center at quarterback for this Carolina Panthers team, they are starting off 5-1. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a bright spot on this team for sure. Chuba Hubbard has an upgrade as well, though. But go ahead and look at the league. Go ahead and look at the stats. Go ahead and look at CJ Stroud, 8th in the NFL in passing yards, with a few touchdowns and a lot of interceptions. You probably need to cool it down on those. Miles Sanders is producing pretty well. 4 yards per carry isn't bad. Receiving, Adam Thielen, producing like a lot right now. Almost 100 yards a game. DJ Chark getting some action. Laviska Shenault doing pretty good stuff here with only 1 touchdown, though. Hayden Hurst, same thing. Jaden Reed also getting some play time. Fun as well. Ian Thomas has 2 touchdowns. Defensively, though, not really what we're here for or what we care for. Siaka Ika's leading the team with Yetur Gross-Matos on sacks, but 5 and 7 for Luvu and Burns. 4 from Derek Brown as well. Interesting. Jeremy Chin with 2 interceptions. Shaq with 1. Von Bell with 1, CJ Henderson, and Dante Jackson all with 1. But CJ Stroud, to this point, we drafted him at a 77 overall. It is my draft class, so I do know what development trait he has. It is superstar, and it's not revealed yet, so that's a little embarrassing. But CJ Stroud is a superstar development player. He's probably like, we got 1 game away. I don't think that we'll make any trades here. Maybe you can find a better, interior player, but maybe Mafi can grow to be that one day. I don't know. We'll see. yeah, I guess let's see if we can make the playoffs after a solid start to the season. And let me know if you guys would like a video like this on Bryce Young as well. But Panthers start 13-4. We actually get the first round bye on the NFC side of things. CJ Stroud moving up to a 79, was it? Or is that going to be an 80 overall? I wasn't really paying attention. But yeah, let me know if you guys want a Bryce Young version of this. 87, he's going to be an 83 overall player. He must have had like the best season ever. Interesting. Very interesting here for CJ Stroud. Oh, my Lord. I can't wait to see his numbers. He must be on one. Jack Campbell, superstar development as well. I love Jack Campbell. He's an absolute stud. We'll go down. Don't know what I'm doing. Go to stats and awards. CJ Stroud, 6th in the NFL in passing yards, 4,900. 46 touchdowns. Cleaned up the interceptions, kinda. Only got 6 the second half, but 46 touchdowns, 4,900 yards. Crazy rookie season, best we've ever seen. Miles Sanders with 1,100 on the ground and 11 touchdowns. Receiving wise, had not as much as I thought he would have, but it is what it is. Adam Thielen led the team with 14, nearly 1,500 yards and 11 touchdowns. DJ Chark was also quite good, just over 1,000, had 14 touchdowns, led the team. Laviska Shenault was really, really good in his little role as well. 831 yards, 4 touchdowns. Hayden Hurst, 10 touchdowns, 700 yards. Jaden Reed was quite well in it for his rookie season. Like we already documented, Miles Sanders. I'm going to look for crazy sack numbers. We got it. Brian Burns, 10 or 20 and a half. Derek Brown with 10. Frankie Louvu with 9. So a lot to go around. Tackles for loss. Hoping to see a little bit more of Siaki Ika, but unfortunately not the case. But Von Bell, 4 interceptions. Chin with 4 interceptions. Both safeties on both sides. Getting it done with the turnover production. We're going to go ahead and just go through to our first round bye, obviously. We went past the wild card. Now we're here against the Philadelphia Eagles, the Super Bowl participants of last year. Gonna go ahead and see if we can beat them. We can. We win 21-7. We are in the NFC playoff, or in the conference championship, and we win that. We're in the Super Bowl against the Buffalo Bills in year 1. DJ Stroud wins Offensive Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year. I was gonna say, do we see any of our guys in here? It does not look like it. Best QB was CJ Stroud was number 3 on that list. That's crazy. Running back, I mean, we had to be on there, but it's kind of just a how far down sort of deal. But let's hop into the Super Bowl and maybe play a drive if it gets close enough. But yeah, CJ Stroud, no ability unlocked. He might actually have Superstar X Factor now, this early into his career. Yeah. And he's playing with an 85 up to 89 overall in just his rookie season, already becoming one of the best in the league at the position. And finish this scoreless, almost scoreless first quarter. Carolina goes up 7-0. So right now we're in the lead. 4th and whatnot, we don't convert, and the Buffalo Bills are driving once again. We get the ball back. We got close to scoring range. 4th and 8, 1st and 10, 1st and 10, 2nd and 1. Buffalo Bills are driving. Finish with a field goal, so good bend but don't break. And then we just go down 2 possessions now. And now 14-17. This one's closing up towards the end of this one. 24-14. This one's getting a little far out of our grasp here. Bills have the ball. We're going to need to make a good play. We're within 1 possession. 3rd and 11. 4th and 9. They get the field goal and pretty much seal the game. A little unfortunate. Best thing we can do here is get a kick return touchdown and then return or get a onside kick as well. But Jaden Reed down the middle of the field, see where he can get out to. Looks like around the 29 or so. So love to see that. Let's come out here. It doesn't matter that we didn't, win or anything like that. I still want to see CJ Stroud in action. So we'll see what that looks like. Let's just go to Miles Sanders underneath. Why does he look so big in the game? He won't go down. So he has an interception in this one that is a little interesting. That hurts quite a bit. I'm going to put DJ Chark just on a go-go ball. See if he can beat his man. CJ Stroud, we all know how good he is. And it gives right in the bucket there. We're going to have to spike it. Game over. 21-second runoff. We had 25 seconds left. Welcome to Madden, ladies and gentlemen. Just lost by 10 in the first year of the Super Bowl, though. That's not bad. First year, first Super Bowl. Good performance, all things considered, from some of our guys. And look to build on that. Take a little look-see at the team headed into year number 2. And CJ Stroud 84 overall superstar X Factor. Eric Gray has superstar. Damn. Jaden Reed also has superstar. I mentioned how much I like him, but I didn't know Eric Gray still had it. I did that early, and I guess I just never changed it. But yeah, we'll see the regressing Adam Thielen. I'm just gonna put Laviska Shenault there, and also I was gonna make him the slot, but unfortunately not an option. Christensen's here with Mafi ready to take his spot when he's done, or if he's ever gonna be done. Bradley Bozeman. I think he's 29 or 30 at this point. Maybe look to move on from him. Trumbull and Hurst are here as well. Ike Makwano still working on developing on that edge there. Newhouse comes in and will play where it looks like Shaq Thompson's gone. So where Shaq Thompson was playing. Siaka Ika playing up to a 76. He's not actually. He's like a 73. So that one's not looking like such a good pick there. Von Bell. Still, I'm going to just do this thing again where Von Bell and Jeremy Chin started both the safety positions. Campbell, Luvu, Newhouse, linebacker and crew isn't bad. Defensive line, Brian Burns and Yeturgos Matos off the edge, and then Brown and Ika through the middle, and then Campbell and Bell will play the sub linebackers, and then we'll have some superstar development players to play those skilled positions. New season, new deal. Carolina Panthers, not really looking that great. 2-5. Don't know why I went into here. My brain's a scramble right now. Obviously, you want to see a little bit better than 2-5 after making the Super Bowl last year. We're at the bottom of our division. There's really no excuses. We've got the players. We've got the pieces for sure. CJ Stroud, third in the league in passing yards. 8 interceptions is quite a bit still, but rushing, Miles Sanders has stepped up his game. Oh my goodness, he should be really good by the end of the season here. Receiving, Jaden Reed, for some reason, is leading the team. I mean, obviously, he's doing what he needs to do out there. Thielen and Laviska Shenault kind of taking the back seat. I think Chenault's just a bona fide second receiver. I think that's kind of just his role now. Defensively, Campbell and I guess J.C. Horn got quite a few tackles as well. TFLs, sacks, nothing crazy. And somehow we make the wild card, so I'm not mad about it. We started off, 2-5, so we had 2 losses in the last half of the season. CJ Stroud, 5,200 yards, 41 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. He's coming out swinging. Miles Sanders was really, really, really good. Receiving, Laviska Shenault led the team with 1,400 yards, 10 touchdowns for the top 3 receivers as well. All over 1,100 yards. Jaden Reed nearly 1,200 yards, had 15 per catch basically. Terrace Marshall kind of working his way back up. Maybe Adam Thielen will see retire, or his contract is up, I think, next year as well. So we'll have Shenault, Reed, and Marshall maybe as our receivers if Shenault elects to stay after such a good season. So love to see him kind of stepping up. Had the most catches on the team, most yards on the team, tied for most touchdowns on the team. Love that for him. Defensively, Jack Campbell racked them tackles up for sure. TFL's Brian Burns was quite good. Derek Brown and Yeturgos Matos. 11 sacks for Brian Burns, 9 for Gross Matos, who's actually been a good player in simulations I've seen in the past. 5 interceptions for Jack Campbell as well, 4 for Dante Jackson. Good players on the team right now. We'll see if they can step up in the playoffs, as we will see if we can beat the Minnesota Vikings. We all know what we did last year in the playoffs. We went all the way to the Super Bowl. We'll see if we can replicate that here in year 2. Looks like we're on the fast track to doing so. We just need to beat Dallas, who we actually have more wins than in the regular season. Not a rare occurrence at 10-7 in this NFC Conference Championships. We'll see if we can beat the Dallas Cowgirls, see if we can get into 2 straight Super Bowls. Unfortunately, we lose by 10. Seems to be the losing number that we continue to have. By the way, all of the teams in our division are 8-9 except us, so that says quite a bit. And headed into year number 3, this will be the team. A 90 overall CJ Stroud. Jaden Reed shoots to the top of the board at our wide receiver number 1 spot. We have Jarvis Landry now, guys. Come on, what are we doing? I want Antonio Mafi playing over Aaron. Is it Aaron Brewer? 27 years of age. Yeah, I'd rather have Antonio Mafi playing there for sure. Maybe he can develop into a good starting guard at one point. Tommy Tremble, Hayden Hurst, still our tight ends. Laviska Shenault is here still. Eric Gray, still developing behind Miles Sanders, should be quite good. Do get a new free safety. We still do have Von Bell and Jeremy Chin, so weird little signing for them, by the way. This offseason was Von Bell, so curious to see how that'll work out. Jack Campbell went up to Superstar X Factor. Definitely something to keep tabs on. Siaka Ika still climbing barely. He's up to a 75 overall. We get Paulson Adebo. I'm not mad about that. And Harvin is still here. Kyle Blue Kelly is not really developing in anything. And Dante Jackson kind of just doing his thing as well. So defensive line will look like Brian Burns, Gross Matos off the edge again, and then Ika and Brown in the interior, and we'll play Jack Campbell and Von Bell at our linebackers pretty much. Paulson Debo plays slot corner. Jarvis Landry is not going to play the slot. I'll probably move that to Laviska Shenault again. And then, yeah, we'll move on with our day. Start the season 3-4, and somehow we have a breakout quarterback at Superstar X Factor. He's leading the league in passing yards right now with 2,338. 14 touchdowns, still quite a few interceptions. Rushing, Miles Sanders is doing just fine. Receiving, Jaden Reed's leading the team with Laviska Shenault right behind him. 3 touchdowns and 5 touchdowns for Jaden Reed. I hate that Jarvis Landry's the third receiver for us. Defensively, Jack Campbell doing his thing. Kelvin Harvin as well, I guess. TFL's Derek Brown, Jack Campbell, Brian Burns, Siaka Ika doing their thing. 9.5 sacks for Brian Burns in the first, 7 games played is quite wild. Love to see that from him, and we'll see how that can progress through the season. We're already off to a good start. I think that we can make the playoffs, but let's see how far we can make it into the playoffs if we can revisit that Super Bowl like we did in year number 1. I just had to jinx us. We went 8-9 on the season. CJ Stroud led the league in passing yards, though, with 5,600. 37 touchdowns and a lot of interceptions. Rushing, Miles Sanders over 1,000 again. Receiving, Jaden Reed ended up leading the team. 1,600 was really good. Laviska Shenault was also really good. Yeah, Jaden Reed's probably on the fast track to Superstar X Factor. MSU receiver is going to become a product. All right, I mean, that is going to be a receiver and a half for CJ Stroud to develop with, and hopefully they can re-sign both of them. But Laviska Shenault, nearly 100 receptions, 1,300 yards is really good. 7 touchdowns as well. Defensively, Jack Campbell, another stunning season. 20 TFLs for Derek Brown, 14 for Brian Burns, and 19.5 sacks. Love to see that as well. Really good stuff to go around, but headed into just another season. I don't think that we'll be stopping at the midseason anymore as well. I think that we'll just go all the way through to the playoffs. I'm 30 minutes into recording. We're only ending year 3 or 4. I can't remember already. 2025, this will probably be year 3. We probably won't look at the team every single year, but we will, like, in these early stages to see who our wide receiver 3 is. End up being Sterling Shepard. We just keep on bringing in veterans. It's probably not going to work. Oh, God. Why did we get Kendrick Green in here? I mean, good signing. It's not horrible, but Bozeman still playing center for us is a problem. Antonio Mafi could probably move over there at some point. I mean, we'll see how this team kind of works out. No more Hayden Hurst. Tremble will take that tight end 1 spot, and Ridley here as well. I mean, he looks fine. Laviska Shenault and Jaden Reed doing their thing. Sterling Shepard, once again, will not play the slot. We got Cam Taylor-Britt. I like that signing quite a bit. Rasul Douglas, Kelvin Harvin, and Cam Taylor-Britt. We brought in Grady Jarrett as well. This looks like a whole new defensive line. It looks like we lose Von Bell as well. So, a lot to look at with this team that's a little bit more new. Let's go ahead, and I'm just going to move Sterling Shepard out of the slot, and then we'll go all the way to the playoffs, see if we make it. And here we are. We find ourselves back in a wild card spot, 11-6, tied for the division lead with the Buccaneers, but it looks like that they got the tiebreaker. CJ Stroud did not lead the league in passing, was still top 5, though. 4,900 yards, 46 touchdowns, only 13 interceptions. Probably one of the better seasons we've seen from him since his rookie season. Jaden Reed was really producing as well this season. Is he Superstar Development yet, or Superstar X Factor? He isn't somehow. Little interesting after putting up over 1,600 yards last year. Doesn't just come by like this, but I guess it does in Madden. So, Laviska Shenault up close to 100 receptions again. Still just kicking it as wide receiver 2. Putting together some really solid seasons. Jack Campbell, 135 tackles, lowest we've seen in, I think, 2 years already. Derek Brown and Brian Burns, 19 and 18 TFLs. Frankie Louvu there as well. We're not seeing Siaka Ika play near what I think that you'd like him to play like. Brian Burns, 16.5 sacks, leads the team with Frankie Luva right behind him at 9. You guys are seeing the interception numbers right now as well. So good numbers there all around. I mean, I think our defense is really helping our offense out. So yeah, offensive points per game we're number 8 and defense we're number 9. So top 10 in both is really, really good. And headed into this wild card matchup against a Vikings team that, I mean, I didn't see their numbers. I don't remember them actually, but they also look really good, especially on offense. So we'll see if we can beat Jay Jettas and the Minnesota Vikings in the playoffs. Wild card 2026. We do end up passing right on through there, but we're going to have a very tough matchup here with this Dallas Cowgirls team. I mean, Dallas is such a good team in simulation sometimes that it's really tough because they're number 4 defensive points per game and number 9 offensive points per game. So we're not quite on their level yet, but we'll see. We'll see what we can do here. Put up 31 points last game. We win 42-21. They get 50% of our score. We're back in the conference championship against another Rams team that looks, all things considered, pretty good. So we'll see if we can get through them. I don't know if I'd like to say it's likely, but I'd say I like our chances, and I'd bet on the Carolina Panthers here, and we lose 28-10. This is why I don't bet. 1, and I'm not old enough. 2. We'll see this new look team. By overalls, I'm pretty sure that CJ Stroud is still here. He might have signed a new deal. I'll have to go look at their contracts because I truly think this is the last year of his deal. So either he's on his last year of his deal or he just signed a massive extension. Yes, he's almost worth, oh my God, look at the money. He's worth 40, 41, 43, 45, 48, and then $33 million for the next 6 years. Crazy big deal for CJ Stroud. I like that for sure. And then we also have Jaden Reed, who's already 27, comes in as an older rookie and already moving up. I guess I could just look at his contract from here. So yeah, he's on a new contract. He's in his 2nd year of it already, and he's not worth a whole lot actually. So good thing that Jaden Reed isn't on a huge contract. It's pretty team friendly. This guy Cooks right here, I guess I'll just slide him into wide receiver number 3. He should produce that way. I don't want him in the slot if that's where they're going to probably put him, which they do. Superstar X Factor for Derek Brown after a really good season last year. Grady Jarrett here as well. Siaki Ika won't play outside. We're in a tough situation with the team right now and like kind of just fitting players around, but I'm going to move someone into the slot. We get first round bye again, and look at the available salary. We have $104 million to spend in free agency. Look to have a good one, but CJ Stroud, 2nd in the league in passing yards and 3rd in the league in passing touchdowns. Kept the interceptions down as well. CJ Stroud is on the fast track to being one of the best of all time. Miles Sanders, good season. Not great. Not great by any means. Jaden Reed, though, was really, really, really good. Laviska Shenault got a little bit more volume. Saw his average yards per receptions go down. 9 receiving touchdowns and 10 for Jaden Reed. These two are like the most, like they're probably the most consistent, best receiving duo in the league right now, and they have been for a while now. I mean, both of them are really good. I actually didn't see Laviska Shenault. I didn't even care to check like what his sort of contract looked like, what he's looking like. Because look at these. Ever since, I mean, CJ Stroud, I think, came in here, and then ever since, 14, 13, nearly 13, and another 1,300-yard season. I don't think that he's, ever been better, to be honest. I mean, really, really, really good. Obviously, you'd like to see him stick around. It looks like he is until 2029 at least, so got a bit more in him, and I would like to see him go up to superstar if he's not there. Fortunately, we just can't break that, like, 1,500 yards or whatever it is to get the, superstar development. So might look into just making him the wide receiver 1 for a season, but we did have first round bye, it looks like. At 12-5, we win the division, going 12-5, so a little interesting at what it is. And like at 12-5, should we really be winning or getting a first round bye? But I guess we do. In the divisional against the Green Bay Packers, my favorite team, solid 85 overall across, we win by 8 points there, so love to see that. And then against the New York Football Giants, very, very good team, especially in simulation. I don't think that we'll beat them. Of course, we beat them, though. So, I guess headed to the Super Bowl against the Kansas City Chiefs. Should be an interesting one for sure. Go ahead and look at yearly awards now. We'll go to NFC, Cooper Kupp right there. Anybody else up here? Jaden Reed for Offensive Player of the Year was up for it. Offensive rookie, nothing there. Best QB was not CJ Stroud. He's number 3. We are in here, not? Yes, we are. Wide receiver. We were right there with Jaden Reed as well. So, not really winning any major trophies. I think it's a little too many interceptions for CJ Stroud to be up for MVP as well. So, whatever that means. But we'll hop into the game against the Kansas City Chiefs, see how we can do against them in a really good team with a 98 overall CJ Stroud now. And on the first drive, Carolina will go out and score the 3 points. Kansas City responds, just the same thing. Looking good here. Score from the Carolina Panthers, and KC's right there to respond. Are they going to respond once more as we've just scored another time? They are. They are just manipulating our score right now. We get a safety. That is a little interesting. With 6 seconds left, we score again. Kansas City 17, Carolina 22, up by 5. Kansas City ball, they were marching, but not anymore. Carolina ball, they'll head down 20-22. Carolina 29-20. This one's a little out of reach for KC right now. Can they get back into this thing? It looks like they're on the fast track to doing so. 23-29. Let's go ahead and take the field with this offense. CJ Stroud and all. Jaden Reed might have is that L'Jarius Sneed beat? Who is that over there? L'Jarius Sneed might be able to beat him. I'm going to look deep for him. Up in the air. It's picked off. Actually, well, we have a PI call on L'Jarius Sneed after a dropped pick. It looks like it'll be pass interference on the defense. L'Jarius Sneed. Do we want to go with... Is that Eric Gray back there? Eric Gray has actually worked his way into a big role this year. Love to see that from him for sure. I mean, a little caught up here. We've got a flag on the... Oh my god, what a catch from Leach. Is that who that was? That wide receiver 3? Looks like holding on the offense. Okay. A little unfortunate. Cody Mock is a Carolina Panther now. So, interesting for sure. I mean, like Jaden Reed on a little something. What is mid-in elite? I don't really care for that for sure. I mean, sure, we'll take that with Tommy Tremble, but we threw across the line of scrimmage. So we'll be moving back. I think it'll be like 1st and 35 or something. Oh, man. Big play after big play from this Carolina offense, but mistake after mistake will hold them back. And after a missed throw from CJ Stroud, he will end up taking his team to a little disadvantage here off of the edge. Give Tommy Tremble a good chance. Tommy Tremble doesn't even want to come back to the fucking ball. I don't even know what that was. Kirby Joseph, I think, just with the interception. I don't know what that was. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. Is that... Okay, I thought I saw a Dafe Owe. I was like, that would be awesome. Fortunately, not the case scenario. Come over here. Big tackle from Jack Campbell. I think I'll just simulate the defensive snaps. 3rd and 12, 17-yard reception to keep him in the game. 2nd and 3, 1st and 10, 1st and 10 again. 2nd and 4, 1st and 10, 2nd and 10, 3rd and 13, 4th and 15. Isaiah Pacheco on the run right there. Is that going to seal it for us? It looks like it might have. We'll see Miles Sanders come in and try to keep the ball in his hands. Maybe get a big run or two here, just sifting up the middle of the field. Is that Kansas City's last time out? Might have just won ourselves a Super Bowl with CJ Stroud and the boys. They have one left. We need a game icer right here. Who else to go to other than Cooks, the wide receiver 3 on the team? Timeout, and that'll pretty much do it. And the final comes out. Carolina 6-point win over the Kansas City Chiefs in Super Bowl, whatever this is, all right? Super Bowl, I don't even want to do that math right now, but we win the Super Bowl, and that is the big deal here. I think that's Siaka Ika right there. If not, that's just another big-ass boy. At number 2, I mean, what am I saying anymore? We won a Super Bowl, baby. Let's celebrate. After winning the Super Bowl last year, we end up going 10-7. With CJ Stroud leading the league in yards with 5,222, 39 touchdowns to 10 interceptions, pretty good. No longer have Miles Sanders on the team. Eric Gray will take command in the running back room. Had 17 touchdowns. It was pretty electric. It wasn't that great on the ground though. Almost 4 per carry. Jaden Reed was pretty good again, just over 1,500 yards, and Laviska Shenault was fine. He wasn't great. Tommy Tremble with a really good season. Geo Cooks might look to take Laviska Shenault's role, as Geo Cooks is on the come up, 3rd-year guy out of Idaho, and he's got a little upgrade himself. I'm going to go ahead and just upgrade deep threat. But Geo Cooks, I mean, superstar development as well. 24 years old, 6'1", good size, whatever. I think it might be time to see Laviska Shenault step down. He's probably close to 30, if not 30 years old to this point. Defensively, Jack Campbell almost 150 tackles again. TFL's Brian Burns with 24 and 21 sacks. Really impressive numbers. 5 for Jimmy Chin. 5 interceptions for Jimmy Chin. Go ahead and go to upgrade all of our players and see if we can get past the Green Bay Packers, who stand in our way right now. So, I mean, we want to make back-to-back Super Bowls. The way to do it is win in the wild card, and we do by a fair 6 points over the Green Bay Packers against the New York Giants. We've had good success against them in the past. We have good success against them again. Another 6-point win against the Los Angeles Rams to get into the Super Bowl for back-to-back seasons. Can we beat the Los Angeles Rams? We do. We're in the Super Bowl again against the Bills. But will I hop in this time? No, probably not. I'm not going to lie. We'll just go ahead and upgrade all the players that we want to upgrade, that we can upgrade. CJ Stroud is up to a true 99 overall now, and we're just upgrading all the stuff that still needs a little bit of upgrading. I mean, yearly awards. He actually has a chance at MVP with 10 interceptions, I think, this season. So CJ Stroud wins league MVP. I'm curious if he's done that before. We just missed it. NFC, though, Offensive Player of the Year isn't anyone, on our team. CJ Stroud's right there, Jaden Reed as well. But Defensive Player of the Year, Brian Burns. So we've got some players right now, for sure. We're stacked defensively and offensively, putting together an MVP and Defensive Player of the Year caliber seasons from 2 of our players. Love to see that. Can we beat the Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl? I say yes. I truly think that we have a chance. Let's go ahead and see if we can do it. We can't lose quite miserably, actually. Eric Gray, stepping into that starting role, actually played okay, but we'll see if a new ability unlocked can do him any good. But 2028 season recap, obviously lost in the Super Bowl. Josh Allen ends up winning a Super Bowl MVP, but doesn't matter. Coach of the Year or MVP was CJ Stroud, and like we mentioned, Defensive Player of the Year, damn it, Brian Burns. And we actually missed the playoffs here after making another Super Bowl appearance, but 53, almost 5,400 yards from CJ Stroud again, up over 10 interceptions, 40 touchdowns. Pretty good season. Eric Gray was all right. I mean, he wasn't bad. He wasn't like horrible. Geo Cook's really stepping up into his own now, and I think that really comes with the season that he just had. 13 touchdowns, led the team, was just right there with Jaden Reed as well. So I put him over, Laviska Shenault, who still, I'm sure, did just fine. I'm sure that he wasn't like horrible. Shenault, 700 yards, big drop off for him, but he is a little older now. He's 30 years old. He's not quite the same athlete as he was at one point in his life. Still a good player. I mean, if he wants to, I don't know what his contract looks like, but if he wants to, he can just head on out of here after this season. I'd be kind of fine with that. He's not a bigger contract or anything like that, but I really wanted to get Geo Cooks going, and rightfully so. He had a really good season, along with CJ Stroud once again. He's got to be up there in the record books at like some point, right? I mean, he's got to be like, I guess, working on it. Maybe not top 10 in passing yards in his career yet, but maybe we'll see that one day. Passing touchdowns in a career, he might be up here when all said and done, but we'll go ahead and look at passing yards in a season. CJ Stroud right here at 5,600. And then CJ Stroud right here again at 54. And then this season alone, once again. So a lot of CJ Stroud in this one right here for sure. And then passing yards in a game. What do we got here? These are some pretty low numbers, actually, that I didn't expect to really see. I do not see a frickin' whatever his name is. But passing yards in a season, we already saw that. But passing touchdowns, not quite there yet with CJ Stroud. He's right here with 46. I think that's the most he's gotten. And then in a game, do we see any of, our guy? I keep forgetting CJ Stroud's name, and it's killing me. It is what it is. Good season from him all around. Just good stuff. Moving into next season, we'll have to see what the team looks like then, because a few contracts are expiring. And here's the team. We do have Jaden Reed, and Geo Cooks is now a superstar X Factor player as well. Lynn is in, and it looks like there is no more Laviska Shenault, no more Eric Gray as well. But CJ Stroud still rolling at quarterback. Tommy Tremble up to superstar development. I think that was last year he was upgraded. Watkins, superstar, just superstar cornerback with Sheldon and Pritchett over here. Jeremy Chin still kicking it in the good old Carolina uniform. Jack Campbell's probably one of the better linebackers in the league, and Derek Brown and Brian Burns are still here as well. So, yeah, got a good team. Let's see if we can do it. We've been competitive as of late, and we'll see if that trend can continue here in what year is it? Like 2029, 2030, something like that. Let's go straight to the playoffs, see if we make it. And best season, yeah, we went 14 and freaking 3. Are you kidding me? That is incredible. CJ Stroud, another incredible season. 51 passing touchdowns. Just put his name on the top of the board of that records list we were just looking at. Probably not at the very top. Okay. 9 interceptions is MVP right here. 53 almost 100 yards. 51 touchdowns to only 9 interceptions. Best we've ever seen. Luke Booth, 4 yards per carry runner. I like that for sure. Jaden Reed still that guy. Geo Cooks and Morgan Lynn both kind of playing some sort of role, I guess. Tommy Tremble as well, just doing his thing, getting 10 touchdowns as well. Defensively, haven't checked up on these in a while, and Derek Brown's still kicking it. And Odin, actually, 12 TFLs and 8 sacks, so good for him. But incredible season from the whole team in general. We're up to 14 and 3. We have that first round bye, obviously. I mean, at this record, I don't think how you couldn't. And then a bone-crushing loss to the Falcons, who weren't actually half bad at 41-14. But watch, this is the one that we're going to lose in the first game of the playoffs. We'll see what we can do here against the Dallas Cowgirls. We will win 28-17. Love that. Seattle Seahawks, very tough team to beat. They look like they're a pretty good team, but fortunately, we have the guts to get through. Into the Super Bowl now against the Buffalo Bills again. I think this is the third or fourth time we're seeing them in the Super Bowl. So they've obviously been really good as of late, but so have we. We've seen them countless amount of times, and obviously we're going to be looking at a CJ Stroud MVP right here. Yeah, incredible from him. Bryce Young right here, only a 90 overall, so CJ Stroud has been significantly better than him. Defensive Player of the Year, nobody up here from our team. Offensive and Defensive Rookie of the Year is not a thing for us either. So good stuff. All around, good stuff for sure. Can't wait to see what we can do here against the Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl. I'm just going to sim pass this one as well. This video is already going to be so long as is, but we'll see if we can beat them. We do. We win another Super Bowl, 42-28. Incredible. CJ Stroud, Super Bowl MVP. No, it is Corey Watkins, but 42-28 win. CJ Stroud MVP season. That's really insane. Incredible. All the above. Starting this season, or I guess finishing this season, 10-7. Go ahead and upgrade the players. Probably should do this before, talking again, but it is what it is. Don't know why I keep flipping my hair. I mean, it gets in the way, but like not that much. We ended up just beating the Buccaneers in the Week 18 matchup, but 86 overall team right now. We're looking better than ever, if you had to ask me. CJ Stroud up over 5,000 yards again. It's crazy. I mean, has he gone under 5,000 yards in his career? If he hasn't, I mean, that's got to be one of the craziest things ever. Career stats, yes, he is under 5,000 his rookie year, and I think in his 4th year, and then never since. So just 2 years of his career so far. He is a little bit on the older side now. What does he do rushing wise though? I was curious what he does like rushing. He has 5 touchdowns at rushing. That's pretty crazy. Receiving, obviously, we're not going to see anything there, but general. Let's go to contracts. So he's still got 2 years remaining of that one deal. Crazy things. Awards here. Drafted 1-1 overall, 8 Pro Bowls, NFC Player of the Week, all those good things. Rookie of the Year, Most Valuable Player, Best Quarterback, Most Valuable Player, and Best Quarterback again. Receivers were fine. They weren't anything special. 13 touchdowns from Geo Cooks, though. But yeah, this is kind of lower production. I guess a little bit more spread out than we're used to seeing, but is what it is. Defensively, Jack Campbell is just still dominating. The tackle statistic row there for sure, the column, whatever you want to call it. But see how far we can get into this playoff run. If I had to guess, we got to do a first round exit somewhat soon. We win. It is nice to win in the playoffs, so I'll tell you that much. We win by 8 against the Seattle Seahawks. We're against another NFC West opponent. We lose by 3. So little unfortunate there. I'm not too bummed out about it, though. I mean, we've had really good success recently. It looks like defense actually took a little drop this season. So, see what we can do headed into next season. I don't know if we have any contracts up or anything like that, but we'll see. Another first round buy for us here. And if I had to guess, oh, CJ Stroud had a bad season. Fifth in yards in the league. He's not bad by any means. And 45 touchdowns to compensate for that isn't horrible. 16 interceptions is still a bit much. Luke Booth has been solid since he's been playing. He's not been great or anything, but he's been solid. We don't have, great receiver production either. Jaden Reed's got to be so old now. He's probably like 33, 32, 9 years in the league. A great receiver still. Overview, I mean, 5'11", 191, 32, 9 years in the league, same as his quarterback, CJ Stroud. They've been kicking it since day one, so love to see that. Jack Campbell, another season, another 100-plus tackles. Comes with no surprise. 8 TFLs was actually pretty good, though. Brian Burns is still doing incredible things at 36 or so, 34. What? 13 years in the league. Oh, that makes a bit more sense, yeah. Well, a little estupido here, so just kind of just ignore me sometimes. I can be that way, but first round buy isn't horrible for sure. Upgrade these players. We'll see how far in we can make it into into this playoff run, as we are not deep into it, but I mean, I don't know, because last year we didn't get deep into it. This year we're only at the division. We got a long ways to go from here. See if we can go out from here. Wouldn't be surprised here with the Giants loss, though, and we win by 5 points. Another narrow window to win by, and then win. And we're in the Super Bowl again against the Super Bowl-bound Dolphins, Miami Dolphins. So I actually know a lot of Dolphins fans. So interesting to see this matchup right here. Will I jump in? Probably not. I'm not going to lie. I think this will be Super Bowl number 3 or 4 for Carolina Panthers and CJ Stroud. I guess CJ Stroud era in Carolina. Let's see if we can get it done. We do. Another Super Bowl under our belt for sure. 2020 or 2032 season recap. Jack Campbell wins Super Bowl MVP. Rashee Rice is Offensive Player of the Year. That's pretty awesome. Kalijah Cansey was Defensive Player of the Year as well. So the draft class be popping off. CJ Stroud is already regressing down to a 97. How long has that been happening? I don't know, but 31 years of age, 10 years of experience under his belt is kind of wild. If I'm not mistaken, he should have a renewed contract now. New contract, 4 years, and he's worth more money than ever. Oh my goodness, he is getting that bag right now. Booth, surprisingly not over any superstar development or anything like that. Jaden Reed down to wide receiver 2. That is a little bit rough for sure. Getting shuffled down as he gets older. Got a really good offensive line. Cody Mock is still here. McPherson, Joseph. Is this Brandon Joseph, the Notre Dame safety? It is the Notre Dame safety, Brandon Joseph. Interesting for sure. We'll see how this team can play here in this next year. Still have Brian Burns on roster. 2033. So it's been a decade, and we are still in contention for a Super Bowl every year because we're CJ Stroud. 10-7, and we actually missed the playoffs. We were third in our division at 10-7. Just kind of take that in. CJ Stroud just over 5,100 yards, 51, 65, 43 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Maybe a MVP, or Luke Booth was all right, not great. Geo Cooks, Morgan Lynn, and then Randall Lynch. Jaden Reed under 1,000 yards for maybe the second time in his career. Maybe. I don't know. He's had a good run. He's definitely had a good run. Rookie year, he probably the only time he had under 1,000 yards. Yeah. So over 1,000, thousands, and then under again. So that's got to be a tough one to swallow for him for sure. But he's been really, really good for us. And I mean, I'm still sure he can produce at a high level, but he's just an incredible receiver. He has been since year 2 on the team. And obviously it shows. I mean, he did come in a little older, so unfortunately he didn't have as much life as some of these other guys, but still doing his thing. Jack Campbell is still here. Jiminy Christmas. I mean, we've kept this core together, though. That's pretty cool. Brian Burns, CJ Stroud, Jaden Reed, Laviska Shenault, and Jack Campbell. Laviska Shenault left a little early, but he was a little older than these guys, so it is what it is. Let's head to the next season. Finally, we are Brian Burns list. Oh my goodness, or Burns less. We don't have him anymore, so that's kind of whatever. And I'm probably going to move Jaden Reed into the slot. I want him to have one last good season. And then that guy, Morgan Lynn, I think his name is, can come in and play for him. But one more good season wouldn't hurt. And somehow we get a first round bye at 12-5 again. I mean, we just find our way in and out. But this season from CJ Stroud is unhumane. 5,400 yards, 54 touchdowns. I'll take the 12 interceptions. But crazy. You put the yards and the touchdowns together. Same season, looks really good. Jaden Reed, 1,400 yards again. Love that. Geo Cooks is really taking the top off defenses, though. I mean, I couldn't tell you taking the top off, but I can tell you that he is giving defenses some problems, getting 1,700 yards, virtually 1,700 yards. Jack Campbell there as well, doing pretty good. No like real sack production, so that kind of sucks. Jack Campbell led the team with 4 INTs as well, but CJ Stroud, crazy year. Love that to cap off the #1 offense in the league. That's really good. Really good. But defense sucks once again. I mean, we just don't have the same defensive line as we did when we started this thing. New York Giants are kind of regressing, not as much as we are. I mean, we're still pretty good. Shows in the score as well, but Packers are better than ever. They look really good, so wouldn't be surprised if we lost. But I guess we're in another Super Bowl against the Jacksonville Jaguars. So, I mean, it's a tough matchup for sure. I'm curious how we do stack up against them because they look like a good team and they have Joe Burrow somehow. So it is what it is. CJ Stroud, league MVP, so good for him again. I mean, this guy's automatic at this point, right? Defensive player of the year, we don't have anybody. Will Anderson, still, Will Anderson and Aiden Hutchinson, top 2 in defensive player of the year. That's a bit scary, yeah? I would say so. But right here, Carolina, Jacksonville, Super Bowl. Let's see who can win. If I had any bets, I don't know who I put it on. Let's go ahead and put it on Carolina. Woo! Carolina win. Just kidding. We'll see what it is here. I'm starting to lose my mind. I've been recording for a long ass time now. We win another freaking Super Bowl. It's crazy what we're doing right now. I mean, how old is freaking what's his face? CJ Stroud, because this is a CJ Stroud career sim, right? I feel like he's got a lot more in the tank. He's still a 96 overall, 33 years of age, still doing his thing. Look at stats and contracts. His career stats are beyond incredible. But contracts, still got another 2 years. Awards, it's just still doing incredible things. Another MVP again. Traits, I don't really care about his traits. I don't care about much of that stuff. I mean, like, I just want to be done. So I might just, like, season by season see if he's still there. So I'm just simming to Super Bowls now. We made it again. It's going 9-8 and we're still in the Super Bowl. And CJ Stroud had another league as he was first in the NFL, 5,000 yards, 35 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. He might be on the way to another MVP. It does not look like Jaden Reed is on the team any longer, or maybe even in the leagues. He might have retired. And this is just a year later than the last time you guys saw me, so we'll see if we can beat this so-called Super Bowl team. I mean, if we win here, it's crazy. It's taking forever. Okay, yeah, we went 31-7. It's crazy right now. CJ Stroud is in his bag. NFL MVP, Bryce Young is apparently that guy. And still no Super Bowl MVP for CJ Stroud. It's getting bad. Just when I thought I escaped a season, I wouldn't have to check in with you guys. CJ Stroud went for 5,700 yards, 47 touchdowns to 21 interceptions. Obviously, it's a lot, but I'll happily take it. Geo Cooks is still cooking. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy, this guy. I mean, like, I can't miss a season. Like, I can go next season and then sim to Super Bowl. Something's always got to pique the interest. CJ Stroud has found himself in another Super Bowl. Did he put up an MVP caliber season, though? No. Second, though. I mean, it is what it is. 96 overall still in the Super Bowl against the Denver Broncos. Can we win? We can win anytime we want to win. But is this a winning time right now? Is it? We lose by only 2 points. But the grand scheme of things, we still only lost by 2. And CJ Stroud, I mean, I don't know where his contract stands right now. He must have, like, renewed that thing because he would have been off the team if he didn't. Obviously not retiring. 36 years old now. I mean, dude, it is getting repetitive. I've been here for an hour and 45 minutes on the same guy's career, just over and over and over and over again. All right, it's annoying. 1 year deal. He's on the last year of it. Or I guess it might have just been a 1 year deal. We'll see. I mean, if he lands on another team, maybe that's for another time, dude. I'm getting tired. Okay, so CJ Stroud is still here and down to a 94 overall. So maybe, just maybe, I forgot to check the damn contract. Maybe, just maybe, he will be gone somewhat soon. Maybe he'll start regressing too much, and then it'll get to a point where he doesn't want to be in the league anymore because he's so bad. But let's go ahead and take a look-see at this new contract. I mean, it can't be, like, great, right? I mean, contracts and skills. So another 1 year deal, around the same money. You can't keep making this up. We're in another Super Bowl. Just another one. Yearly awards. I'm curious to see if there's a CJ Stroud. Another MVP. Yep. All right. Cool. I mean, the guy's the GOAT at this point. 5,300 yards and 43 touchdowns. Had to have led less than. Yeah, I was gonna say he couldn't have had too many interceptions, but yeah, it's going all right now. Trevor Lawrence is still in the league and whatnot. Let's go ahead and see if we can beat the Cleveland Browns here. Let's take our bets here. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes, we can beat the Browns. We lose by 7. So, not bad. Not bad at all, though. We'll go into another season. New expectations, new everything. Ladies and gentlemen, I think CJ Stroud is human. We are starting to see the decline of CJ Stroud with only 33 touchdowns, 24 interceptions, still 4,900 yards. Is amazing and elite and whatnot, but I mean, he's down under 90 overall now, so we're heading in the right direction. I think he's got a whole nother year on this next contract, too, so he's just been signing little contracts after little contracts. We're into 2040 now. 17 seasons in. God. Old-ass CJ Stroud sitting on our team at an 82 overall now, 40 years of age. You guys missed all of last season. Nothing happened at all. What contract is he on? Another 1 year deal, dude. How many 1 year deals? He's gonna have like a record for amount of 1 year deals by the time his career is over. I'm curious if he's broken into any of the freaking records, any of the record books for passing yards, like all time. Yeah, he's second all time. This year he's gonna break Tom Brady's record regardless. And for a season, he's number 1, 3, and it looks like 5. And then no more under that. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's 1, 3, and 5 in passing yards in a season. In a game, is he up here? Doesn't look like it. Or passing yards. And then we'll go to passing touchdowns in a game, nothing. But season, yep, he's number 1. I want passing touchdowns, damn it. Give me CJ Stroud for 2 and 3. He is nowhere else on the board, but 54 and 51 touchdowns in a season. That's really good. And then in a career for passing touchdowns, CJ Stroud leads by miles. So this guy definitely is the GOAT. And, I mean, despite how many rings he has, I think he has like 4, maybe 5. So he's got some rings for sure. He's made it there before. And we'll see if he can make it again. But he's doing good things right now. By the time he's, 5, 6 weeks into the season, he's going to be past Tom Brady for all-time career passing yards. So it's cool. Yep. Well, CJ Stroud did pass Tom Brady in excellent fashion, 5,700 yards. He's still so like turnover prone. He probably leads like everybody ever in interceptions, career interceptions. But I mean, nobody has done it like CJ Stroud. There's probably not too big of a gap just because of there's a huge gap between CJ Stroud and the next best. CJ Stroud and Tom Brady to the next best guy, which is Josh Allen. Crazy. CJ Stroud had the best career ever. In a season, he just put up the most yards in a season just now. So he has 1, 2, 3, and it's 6, maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 6. So maybe 7. I couldn't count. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. The kid's good. He's old fart by now, though. I mean, his dumbass should definitely retire. So he is now 41, headed into another season. It will be his 21st. And 86 throw power, 84 deep accuracy, 88 medium accuracy, 86 short accuracy, 89 awareness, 90 throw on the run, play action, under pressure, breaks that, all that good stuff. Cool, right? I've been here for 2 hours and 10 minutes. Keep going. So CJ Stroud at such a old age, right? He's still putting up 42 touchdowns, 10 receptions, over 5,000 yards in a season. We went 8-9, missed the playoffs. Yearly awards. I think you guys can see the bags growing under my eyes. He did not win the Super Bowl or the MVP. Of course, he didn't win the Super Bowl. I mean, we didn't even make the playoffs. If he retires right now, that'd be kind of a bummer. So, that being said, let's go and look at CJ Stroud. All right. Let's go look at what he's up to. He'll probably hit some regression, be down to like a 76 overall, and then, I'm going to have to be done. I'm going to skedaddle. But at this point in time, CJ Stroud, we'll go ahead and recap over his whole career. Jesus Christ, there's so many seasons. You can't even go down past 2027. So he had about 4 seasons before this. But, I mean, just crazy numbers all the way up and through. I mean, look at even the passer rating, how many yards he's had, like, over the stint of his career, passing touchdowns, interceptions. He's had some bad seasons there. He's been sacked quite a few times as well, so that's a little interesting. Completion percentage, the highest he's had is 70. Rushing, though, a little interesting here. Yards, not bad all the way around. Most touchdowns he's scored in a season since 2027 was 6. Good for him. 10 broken tackles. What was he doing? Guy's doing insane things. All right. Yeah, I guess just wait till the old fart retires. Okay, all I got to say is CJ Stroud is not a quitter, all right? Not a quitter at all. 75 overall. Dude, retire. You're done. Oh my god, 75 overall, and he still wants to keep it going. He's still got okay numbers. I'm not saying like it's bad, but dude, you've got to know when to quit. But he doesn't. So we'll see how the season goes for him. So Super Bowl 80 comes around. We went 11-6. Not good, but CJ Stroud was still really good. 5,100 yards, 36 touchdowns. Still 16 interceptions. If he runs it back one more time, I will dude, he'll be my least favorite player in this upcoming draft, bro. This guy has just brutally beat me down, dude. This is just miserable. I guess go to next season, see if he's still there. Let's hope he's not. Nah, you're playing now. Nah, you're just messing with me now. 73 overall. CJ Stroud. He's 44 years of age. He's been in the league for 23 years. And guy's an idiot, dude. Guy's an idiot. I want to see the contract he's on. It's got to be for like $6 million, dude. It's got to be for virtually nothing. Like, what is he still doing alive right now? Yeah, $7.3 million. Like, what? That's too much. That's too much money. Oh, dude, this guy just doesn't quit. He'll start another season. Okay, so I was under the impression that CJ Stroud would have been starting, but unfortunately that wasn't the case. But fortunately, Matthew Lumen has come in and put in 5,800 passing yards, 47 passing touchdowns, 21 interceptions. He just got a really good chance at a really good career. CJ Stroud likely done after this season, if I had to guess. If not, I'm done. He's going to be done. I guarantee you. I'm going to retire him. All right, so go ahead and look at the final career stats of Mr. CJ Stroud. Right here, he passed Tom Brady by 20,000 passing yards, and that is virtually the gap from Tom Brady to Josh Allen. So from number 2 to 3 at 8,000 yards. I mean, there's only 400 separating Allen and Mahomes. And Tom Brady and CJ Stroud just 20,000 yards apart. It's crazy. Passing touchdowns, CJ Stroud over 200 more than the next best guy. He's easily just insane. Passing yards in a season, CJ Stroud. Lumen just passed him. So Panthers QB. Dude, like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Passing touchdowns in a season. Stroud, and then no more Stroud. But career, season and passing yards. Stroud, and then no more Stroud. And then in a game, I don't think we'll see any Stroud at all, if I'm not mistaken here. I don't think that much would have changed. So Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I'm done with the video. Like and subscribe. This is a grind. Gee.